relevance of playing in the big leagues or not. Like, I don't know. Like, there's probably some NBA coaches that didn't. I don't know. There's probably a couple NFL coaches that didn't, that won some Super Bowls. That's a long time ago. There's a lot of guys doing brain surgery that never had a brain tumor.
The winner of National League Manager of the Year in his first year taking over the Milwaukee Brewers is Pat Murphy. Oh, man, he is stylish. Look at him. Once he wins an award, now he looks like Kratz and AJ joining us on FT. Congrats, Murph. What's up, dude? I like the hat.
Yeah, I haven't changed clothes in about 70 hours, so I'm looking forward to, after this is over, taking a shower and, yeah, starting to look like an older
You're just
man.
grinding away, or what? I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've taken a shower in the last 7 minutes, but it was a nice thought. But what do you have to do in the offseason now? You made the playoffs, you won the division, you got Manager of the Year. So now all you do is sit back, eat some bonbons, and put your feet up.
Yeah, that's not quite how it goes, but yeah. You don't seem worthy of knowing the real truth. You know what I mean? Your perspective is so far off.
But I know one thing you're doing.
How did the game go? How did the little man's game go the other day?
They just practiced last night. They have agility today at 1:30, early release at 12. Agility 1:30 as a group, and then practice, or we have a game tomorrow night, and then a tournament on the weekend.
Agility.
For 10-year-olds. How old is he?
Isn't that called
10?
Isn't that called playground?
No, it's don't become Kratz or AJ. Get some agility.
I was spry. Listen, Murph, I was spry. I'm still spry.
I watched you in high school. Remember that. I watched you in high school.
Exactly.
Remember that.
Where were you then? Because you weren't at Notre Dame yet, and you weren't at Arizona State. So where were you then?
No, I was at part of it. I was at Notre Dame, and then transitioned. What year were you? What was your senior year in high school?
1994. I know you weren't at Notre Dame because you followed Maneri at Notre Dame, didn't you?
No, Maneri followed me. I was.
My bad.
I was 94, leaving Notre Dame to go to Arizona State when you were down in Florida, trying to catch.
Oh, trying. That was a good trying
to catch.
Oh, but listen, if Paul Maneri, I'll say this: if Paul Maneri would have been at Notre Dame my senior year, he was at Air Force Academy at the time. If he would have been at Notre Dame, I would have signed with Notre Dame. He was one of the most impressive human being coaches I ever talked to. So, nice. And he tried to get me to Air Force, but I didn't really fit in the jet very well, so I couldn't go there.
Too big. Hey Murph, cool. I have a question for you. So let's try and get on track for at least a few minutes of Manager of the Year. So you had a great line that you sent Sal Frelick, right? That was to Sal when he won Gold Glove. And I saw that clip. We ran it on the show. It was epic. It was so good. So you got to give me one or two texts that you've gotten in the past 24 hours from someone that really tried to bring it.
No, I got a lot of texts, I can promise you. Trying to think of some special ones, but Pedroia's always, he's got special texts that I can't repeat. Andrew Friedman sent me a pretty, we got into like me going to Korea, and then he said North or South, and I said, well, at least in North Korea, it's all home games, and he threw out, well, Dennis Rodman could be your bench coach. So it was pretty epic.
I have to go to your bench coach. Because Matt Arnold, when you won it, Matt Arnold texted me right afterwards, and he said, I thought Ricky Weeks was the manager this year.
Oh, Ricky Weeks is a pretty special guy, man. He'll be a manager very soon, I promise you.
What does it mean for you guys to lose out on Walker McKinven? You lose out on part of your staff. I know your whole staff is pieces for you guys to have the success that you have and for you not to miss anything as the head honcho. What does it mean to miss out on him? Because we just talked to Will Venable yesterday, and he's going to be Will Venable's bench coach.
Yeah, I mean, Walker's magnificent. He's been behind the scenes for a long time, and you remember since we put him on the field and put him in the dugout, he's continued to make strides. I mean, he's not that young, but he seems young. He looks young, but he really understands the major league game. He's a ruthless decision maker. He's he's got a lot of great talents, and I love Will. Being around Will for a year, I love him, and I think that combination is going to be lethal. I think the White Sox are moving in the right direction for sure. It's gonna hurt us. There's no question. Walk only has 9 fingers, so we will be able to get a 10-fingered guy in there. But yeah, it'll be a great challenge to replace him.
Wait, how many coaches have you lost this offseason? Because you lost him. Didn't you lose Quentin Berry? You lost Jason Lane?
No.
Who else? Is there more people that I'm missing? Lane's still with you?
Yep. Q Berry and Walker, 2 keys, real keys to our deal. I mean, they both were impact coaches.
How come they both left Milwaukee for Chicago? How come they both left Milwaukee for Chicago?
It's close.
Well, I mean, Walker got a bigger position, and Q got a bigger position, and he got the pension, and it's big move, big market, big move, big time coach. Q Berry special.
Murph, you're one of 10, I think, award winners of the managerial award that never played in the big leagues. Does it mean more to you that you never played in the big leagues and you're still able to ascend to just being a manager, let alone winning manager of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, let's be honest. I respect the award. But as we know, the award is a team award, an organizational award, a staff award. So I mean, and the relevance of playing in the big leagues or not, like, I don't know, like there's probably some NBA coaches that didn't. I don't know. There's probably a couple NFL coaches that didn't, that won some Super Bowls. So I think, I mean, I don't think that really matters, to be quite honest with you. But that's a long time ago. There's a lot of guys doing brain surgery that never had a brain tumor. So, I mean,
okay, I like that analogy. What now? We talked about it earlier. This award is just expectation. If people didn't think the Brewers were going to win, then the manager of the year wins the award. Well, the same thing always happened with Counts when he was there. Craig Counsell was the manager. I think he was second place 4 times. Does that mean people expect even less of you because you finally won it to begin the season?
I don't think. I think Counts not winning it was a victim of a lot of different things, because, I mean, we had such great prospects and frontline players, Cy Young winners, that type of thing. You got Woody and Birds on the front end. You got Devin and Hader on the back end. And I think the predictions after the 18 season that you were so critically part of, and I know you want me to bring up. So you understand that the expectation was so much higher. We came into this season and we let go, or we traded Corbin Burns for 2 unproven players. We had Devin down until at least August. Woodruff was not going to pitch this year, and we all knew it. And we cut the budget $35 million. I mean, nobody expected. I mean, the highest number of wins after we traded Burns, I think somebody had us at, it was 79 or something like that. So I think that plays into it individually. I think in Counts' case, he obviously should have won at some point because he's a great manager. Anyway, so I think that's how it goes. And it was just a stroke of our low expectations going into this year.
Murph, did you just say that you're a better manager than Craig Counsell because you did more with less? So he had all these great players that they all were gone. So when you took over, you basically just said you're a better manager than Craig Counsell.
It's hard to be on the show.
That's what Vassallo is going to tweet out. I'm just saying. Don't blame me. That's what Vassallo. He just texted me and said he's going to tweet that out.
Hey, Brawny, I see why you like being on this show and running the show, because you got two guys on the show that they're not very bright. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so you look fantastic.
Murph, I'm literally dating a neuroscientist, and so it's tough. And then I come into work, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually pretty smart. So you're spot on. This is for my self-esteem.
I feel you.
Yeah,
Murph, do you get a trophy? We just asked Hinch this. Do you get a trophy for Manager of the Year?
I'm not sure.
Because I've Googled it everywhere and I can't find one. So I don't think you get anything for it. So next year when I come into your office and you complain about me being in your office, and then you won't let me leave your office because you're telling some story about how Dustin Pedroia took Jason Kipnis's job or something and he had to leave. I don't know. I fall asleep during them.
You can't even
you can't use the trophy against me.
You could have not made it at Notre Dame. You couldn't have made it at Notre Dame. Seriously.
Kratz, go.
How bad do you want Willy Adames back at shortstop for you guys?
I mean, I don't think it makes sense. If he comes back, it means he didn't get the deal that he was looking for. And I think I love the kid. I mean, this kid's a gamer. He comes to play every day. And he's a good player, and he's a leader, and he loves the big situation. I don't even think about it, to be honest with you, because he's going to get the deal he wants.
So is Bryce Terang slot in there, and do you think he's matured enough in his game to be able to make a significant transition? I know Mookie Betts kind of dumbs it down, just like, hey, I'm just going to go play shortstop. It's not easy for anybody to just go play big leagues, play shortstop in the big leagues. Do you think he is mature enough in his game decisions and his ability to prepare for the season to be able to slot in there, or do you have other ideas?
Well, I mean, Bryce Terang can easily do it. I say easily. Nobody easily does it, but like you mentioned, but he definitely can do it. He's one of the best defenders in the game in the middle. I think it was evidenced by the type of year he had this year. He's growing in confidence. There's nothing that says he can't do it. We've got another young man, Joey Ortiz, who played mostly third, that's very, very capable also. So the decision will be one or the other. My tendency is probably to leave Bryce alone because he's as special as you can see at second base. Like this guy's really special. I don't know if you guys watched any of our games, but if you did, you would have picked up on that.
Nope, I didn't see any of your games this year, Murph. Not a single one.
They play the same time as the White Sox.
Yeah, not one.
AJ was busy there.
So Kratz doesn't know this. Scott doesn't know this. So on the wall by Murph's office, they have this brick wall. It looked kind of like the brick wall behind us, but bigger bricks. And all the victories for the whole year, they put a sticker up. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so I asked Murph when I went in there, you swept the White Sox, I think? But right when you walk in, the White Sox, it's like versus White Sox, versus like both sides, like eye level for me.
Sure.
And I asked Murph, I said, Murph, did you do that on purpose? And then you change them when I'm not here? He's like, I thought they beat us 2 out of 3 or whatever. I don't know. He had some excuse.
I remember that. I thought we talked about that.
Did we talk about that? But I feel like he did that on purpose. So he put the White Sox losses right in front of my face.
Well, there was some thought there.
Yeah, that was strategic. All right, I got a quick hitter on 2 other guys. Okay, one, how's Brandon Woodruff doing? 'Cause he comes on the show all the time. We've given him a little space, obviously, so he can get himself going. He can come on and be like, "Yo, here's where I'm at. I'm ready to go." So quick. I mean, first on him, we progressing to spring training. He's going to be good to go and give you 200 innings next season.
No. You guys have experienced shoulder injuries. Those shoulder innings are difficult. So we're not going to push him along. Woody's nature is to say, yes, I'm going to throw 200 innings, but we've got to be smart with it. Those shoulder injuries are significant, and coming back from them, trying to regain their form. And then a pitcher who's pitched like Woody, who maybe doesn't come back at 98 with that angry fastball, then he has to kind of develop and change how he pitches a little bit because the 98's not there. And that whole transition and everything else takes a lot. This will be a real, difficult transition for him. It has been for every other shoulder injury pitchers. You do the research, you find out that it takes a while.
And then I don't think we had you since the postseason. So have you spoken to Devin Williams, and how does somebody feel when you can't? He's like, oh, I can make up for this the next day, but you got to wait until spring training. And also, right. I mean, let's be real. There's a chance that it ends up being with another ball club.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think Devin, he's had enough success. You think about it, he's been arguably the best reliever in baseball for 3 years, or pretty close. You could make an argument. He's been reliever of the year twice. We all know how those individual award votings go. You never know. And sometimes the winner isn't that exactly the best at that. But Devin's been so special. I don't think you're not gonna shake him that much. It was devastating one inning, but I think he'll be back on track. I hope it's with the Brewers, and but I understand the dynamics of where we're at with that whole thing. We have a certain way of operating that has been successful, and I trust our front office. And yeah, but and at the same rate, I hope Devin's with us somehow. We can make it work.
Murph, what's your sweatshirt? What's your hoodie?
200 Club.
Which is what?
You're gonna have to look it up, man. You're gonna have to look it up.
There's a lot of.
I don't know how to use the internet. I didn't go to Notre Dame. Remember?
Yeah. I'm gonna show him how to use.
I'm
the
aware
internet.
of that.
Yeah. See, this is again playing. Murph, you're spot on. I come in.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
200clubstudio.com. 200clubstudio.com.
Okay.
Check it out. We'll definitely check it out.
Google it right now. How do you spell club?
You give the players a hard time. You just said the front office. Do you ever use any of your dry humor and sarcasm with the front office, or are you buttoned up Murph when it comes to those guys?
I do. No, I'm never buttoned up Murph. That's not happened yet. But yeah, I give them all nicknames. I make them come to spring training, and they all have nicknames, and they wear it pretty good. They talk to me about the analytics and this model they have, and I tell them, just like cars, these models get old and we throw them out. So, and a lot of times the models break. So I badger them pretty good. You'd be proud of me, Kratzy.
I'm good. That's good. I am proud of you. Congrats on the award.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
whatever you're doing, it's working. In all seriousness, because I mean these segments are epic, but I mean you took over first year here, you cruised through the division. I know you didn't get where you wanted in the playoffs, but only one team wins. You guys have a lot of promise for the future, and you won Manager of the Year, whether you like it or not. So congratulations, Murph. It's awesome, man.
Well, I can't wait to hear your speech. You got to give a speech.
Oh yeah, he does.
Speech.
January.
Yeah.
January.
About winning Manager of the Year, and you got to inspire me.
About being you.
Yeah.
200 Club. About the 200 Club. We'll figure out what it is.
I mean, it's almost Thanksgiving. How do we not ask you about the first Thanksgiving? Like you could have told us all about how the first Thanksgiving that ever happened went down.
See, Ronnie, you are so lucky. You know what I mean?
I am. I
mean, it's like Council said, it's going to be a relentless offseason for them this year, Murph. It's going to be tough for them to catch you guys.
Yeah, relentless.
Did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. Did you see what he did? You see the comment he made? He said, it's daunting, knowing that we use the term undaunted. He said it's daunting just to stick us a little bit. And telling his owners, we're so far away. Like, yeah, you got Steele, Imanaga, Tyon. You're so far away.
It's good. It's good. Hey, well, we'll try and make sure Fox has as many games with the Brewers so that AJ can just stop by every Saturday hang out with you. So you could also feel much smarter if you sit next to him for 20 minutes. It's going to be awesome.
Well, that'd be great.
Thank you,
Bronny. You're growing a little gruff. You're growing a little scruffy stuff out there. What are we doing here?
Actually,
you're kind of the buttoned up. You're the buttoned
Yeah.
up. Don't morph into them.
No. I've had this though for a few years. I keep it tight though. Nothing grisly. Nothing out of control. Just keep it tight. So yeah, I have. I actually have. I mean,
He doesn't have the gray yet.
You know, Murph, when I was at MLB, back when I was working for MLB, I tried it. And then at one point, a big executive came over and said no. So I got rid of it. But then I was like, all right, once I'm on my own one day, I'm going to have a little bit. So I look, 28 and not 12.
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'll ride it.
There's a twinge. There's half Nomar Garcia-Parra, half. I'm trying to think who the other person.
Joe Dirt.
Not Joe Dirt.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.